everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Wowzers. I forgot to turn on my backlight. I knew I forgot something. Let's turn that on while people come in to the stream. Come on in. The water. Wowzers. That's super bright. Come on in. The water's fine. Nice. It's getting there. That works pretty good right there. I'll take it. What up? Satwise Junks in the house. Round of applause from the live studio audience. Cheers! And a gong, and a horn, and an air horn. Also, Carlos Jaramillo in the house. What up, Carlos? Good to see you in here. Round of applause from the live studio audience for Carlos. Oh, Satwise. Ooh, your new profile is scary. Your new profile photo is pretty scary. We just watched the second part to the new It movie. Is it called It? I don't know, but it was really good. I like the remakes or the new versions of it, whatever you want to call it. They have the original one, well, not the new one where it's like kids it's these kids in this town, and right, and then they have the follow up to that one, which is like it's like a continuation, but they're adults, and they move back into the town, or they forgot about what was happening. Anyway, it's cool. I like that whole remake. It's pretty good. Anyway, shout out. I hope everybody's doing well. I took the whole week off. I did a show on Monday. Then I took off the whole week, and man, it's been nice. Just chilling. Doing whatever I want at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. Do whatever I want. I get used to that. Pennywise found Bitcoin and became Satwise. Oh, that is hilarious. Okay, I get it. I think I got it before, but now I remember. Pennywise, Satwise. Oh, duh. I think you explained it to me before, but I feel like I had forgotten about it. Anyway, well, at least you got the reaction twice. That's awesome. Carlos too. See, let's go. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Cool. Alrighty. Well, let's pop off. Let's get the show cracking and start the show off with the good old fashioned segment that we like to call. Oops, there it is. The Bitcoin strength. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $103,876.50. You can buy 962 Satoshis for a single dollar. What is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. Why is that important? Because when you see the price of Bitcoin at $103,000, you might be thinking to yourself, God, I missed it. I'm too late. It's too expensive for me. Well, that's not true. Okay? Because you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once. You don't have to save up a bunch of money to buy one Bitcoin at $103,000. No, you don't save up to buy Bitcoin. You save in Bitcoin, okay? And you don't have to save $100,000. You can save $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever you feel comfortable with. And then that value that you set aside will be shielded from inflation. All right? Round of applause from the live studio audience for ABW in the house. What up, ABW? Also, Pipeline Podcast. Also over on TikTok. Cristian Lopez. What up, Cristian? Hola, Cristian. Espero que esté todo bien. Estamos hablando aquí de Bitcoin. Hey, me encontraste aquí. Es otro canal. Ese es el de acordeón. Es el otro canal, pero ese es de Bitcoin. Hola. That's funny. It's funny because I'm doing accordion content on TikTok, as you guys know, and some of the people from that channel have found this channel too. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to continue on with the show. If you guys want to watch the show with the screenshots and everything that I'm putting up on the screen, you can go over to stackbitcoinshow.com, and you'll see the screens that I'm referring to, where I'm going to show all the purchases that we made and how the money grows when you hold it in Bitcoin. Okay. All right, here we go. That is the Bitcoin strength. And today, if you're walking down the street minding your own business, you look down, you see a penny, you pick it up. That 1 penny today is worth. Oops, what's going on here? My page isn't loading. Anyway, it's about nine satoshis, 9 fractions of a Bitcoin. There it goes. Man, it's slow. It's taking its time. Okay, we'll skip that step. We gotta keep the show rolling. Yeah, we'll bring it back to the main page. Okay. Pick up the penny and become sat-wise. Oh! Nice. Okay, so let's talk about why we save in Bitcoin. Keep things super simple, okay? And we're gonna do an example of it multiplies the work that you do. Okay, let's just think about it that way. It multiplies the work that you do in the long run. And I'm going to give you a short version of that explanation, but first I'm going to give you an example just so we can get on the same page. If you're new to Bitcoin, you don't understand what we're talking about, let me explain it to you from the beginning. And this is what we call, the segment is called Why We Stack, which means why do we buy Bitcoin? Why do we save in Bitcoin? When I say stack, I mean save. Okay, like you're saving a pile of coins, like you're saving a pile of bills, dollar bills or something, right? Or like with cash, right? Well, instead of stacking cash, instead of stacking fiat money in whatever country you're in, doesn't matter if you're in the United States, if you're in Europe, if you're stacking euros, if you're stacking dollars, if you're stacking yuan, if you're stacking pesos, whatever you're stacking is losing you purchasing power over time. Okay, so if you're saving in that government money, you're losing purchasing power over time, and when that happens, the purchasing power of your savings goes down. So by the time you go to use those savings, they could buy you a lot less than they could when you first saved that money. Okay, well, if you save that money, instead of saving it in the form of currency, in the form of dollars or bills, you save it in the form of Bitcoin, then that value retains its purchasing power and actually increases in purchasing power relative to the native currency that you originally earned that money in. Okay, so what happens is you can save for things and you end up getting to that savings goal a little bit faster than you would if you were just saving the cash. Okay, same thing if you hold it long term, the value of your savings just keeps growing and growing to the point where you are actually doubling the value of your savings. And we've done it here on the show we've done it here on the show over the past 2 years, right? So the more you save in Bitcoin, the better off you'll be. And this is how it works. When you save in Bitcoin, it's like traveling back in time and giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked for as long as you hold a Bitcoin that represents those hours. And that is why we stack. To keep it plain and simple, that is the Why We Stack segment. All right, I had to turn off the inspirational music. Go back to some background music. But that's it. That's why we stack. Keep it short and sweet. If you guys are tuning in just now into the show, do me a favor, hit that like, tap the screen for hearts, and help brother out. Help me get this show popping off and helping people understand the value of saving in Bitcoin. I know it sounds hard. It sounds hard, but it's not. It's not. You can watch me do here on the show every Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. We save a little Bitcoin every weekday. We save about $20 a day. Pipeline Podcast says, I'm so torn, Roman, so I do realize the importance of self-custody, but I don't trust myself with security for seed phrases. I'm using BitKey, which requires 2 out of 3 multi-sig security setups by default. I don't know if that's a good comparison to someone commented on. Okay. I don't know, dude. It's up to you. Like, it's your own individual risk tolerance, right? Like for me, the whole point of Bitcoin is no third party risk, right? And when you have to have somebody else help you with a 2 of 3, that's the third party you have to trust, right? That's a third party you have to trust. Also, there's a possibility that those 2 out of 3 can team up and just take your stuff. But if it doesn't trust myself with security, I foresee phrases. I'm using BitKey with regards to 3. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that setup works, but I just know that at that point you don't have full control over your money, right? If you're not doing it, if you're not holding the keys yourself, and you're trusting somebody else to help you manage it because you're afraid you might lose it, you know, it's you have to take responsibility at some point if you want to have that freedom, right? Freedom isn't free. Financial freedom isn't free. What's this song remind me of? I like this song. Okay. Anyway, let's keep the show rolling. So, if you're new around here and you have any questions about Bitcoin here over on TikTok, I'm watching the chat as well. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat. I'd love to answer your questions about Bitcoin. And same thing over here on YouTube, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button, guys. Don't show up and not hit that like. We need that like. We need the interaction. We need the comments in the comments. Okay, we have what do we have here? Yes, I went on a vacation and everything went crazy. We had a crazy dip down to was it 98 at some point? 98, 250 on the Coinbase chart. You know, I was stacking the whole time. I stacked so close to the sun that I ended up locking my strike account because I stacked too close to payday and I overdrafted on it. So but it's okay, we're back in action. We got paid and the show must go on. I got all the purchases done. I updated the spreadsheet with the buys. I've been doing the buys the whole week. Plus, I was doing buys for the 100-day Bitcoin Savings Challenge on TikTok. So, I mean, we're stacking close to the sun, guys. This 100 days of stacking in Bitcoin, this 100-day Bitcoin Savings Challenge, it's a challenge. It's a challenge because it's not, I don't know, I just have a regular job, right? So it's not easy for me to just find $5,000 in 3 months, right? So it is a challenge, and but we're doing it, and yeah, we're getting close. Like even this week, my 100 days of Bitcoin savings challenge, I'm gonna have to stack like the lowest amounts, right? I'm gonna have to stack the lowest amounts and then try to recoup or to get the larger amounts the subsequent weeks the subsequent weeks or maybe next month, because times are tough. Or if something comes up and I'm able to sell something around the house that is of significant value, I can do that. I can use that cash for the 100-day Bitcoin savings challenge. But that's the whole point, right? It's a challenge. If it was easy, if I just had that money lying around, I would just, I'm just buying it. But it's not. It's supposed to be a challenge. So I'm trying to find different ways to earn extra income, and by providing value to my society, by providing value to the world, right? Including doing the show. So the most recent pilling was my building. Oh, cool. Okay. Carlos is giving us an update on his orange pilling adventures. Carlos's orange pilling adventures continues. Dun dun dun. When you do a segment, the most recent pilling was my building complex. Andrew. We now are saving some of our building's treasury in BTC. Oh, that's very cool. BitKey is lovely and well thought out for people you know won't care as much as having their seed phrase safe as you would. Got it. So is BitKey like a custodial wallet? Is that what you're saying? That's pretty cool. And then you use that to onboard people, kind of like how I used to use Wallet of Satoshi to onboard people. Dang, it's crazy. All right. I like it. But yeah, it's been a little bit rough trying to get that cheese into the door. So I went through and did another inventory of my. I have a lot of old camera equipment. I want to call it old. It's still modern. It still works. It's still modern. It's got autofocus and all that good stuff. I have a bunch of Canon, what you call Canon glass, which is just like a bunch of Canon lenses, right? Cameras and lenses that I used to use for like my vlogging stuff. And there's lenses that I have that are really nice, but I don't really use them. So I'm gonna go ahead and list those. And if I can get a little bit of a little stack of cash. By selling those things, then we'll up the 100-day Bitcoin Savings Challenge lines. We'll start doing the more expensive lines, but we have to secure the funding first, at least through the next couple of weeks. But that is the plan. I know, guys. It's don't think that I'm like complaining about it. I'm just letting you guys know that this 100-day Bitcoin Savings Challenge is a challenge, right? It is a challenge. Just like I'm having to do whatever I can to generate revenue to complete the challenge. It will be difficult for you as well. So I'm showing the process. I'm showing the I guess the pain of going through the what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. The sacrifices of trying to complete the challenge, I guess, right? Because like I know this week I'm not gonna be able to go out and get a bunch of tacos on the street. I'm gonna have to cook myself. Right? If I want to have enough cash to stack the 100-day Bitcoin Savings Challenge and do the $20 a day on this show and do my regular DCA that I'm doing on the side, just like offline my private stack, right? The reserve stack. So anyway, it's wild. It's wild. We're trying. All right. So that's the status update on everything pretty much. Let's do an official stack recap now that you guys know where I'm at. And I guess couple more things. I took last week. This last week was amazing. I got to spend a lot of time with the kids. They're on summer break, so we did a bunch of stuff. We went to the beach a lot. We went and got like sunburnt. Caught a bunch of tasty waves. You know, like we're doing a boogie boarding last year we started boogie boarding, and this year last year we're still trying to figure it out. This year we know what we're doing kind of, and we're catching some waves. It's super fun. Like I can't even begin to describe what it feels like to be out on the. Well, first of all, you guys know that I love the ocean, right? You guys know that I love the ocean. I love being out in the water. Well, whether it's on my kayak fishing, or like in the water, like snorkeling and spearfishing and just free diving, right? And now this new hobby, which is like boogie boarding, right? And we have our boogie boards from last year, Costco specials, you know, and it's awesome to have that to share that with my boys. They're young, but they're old enough. They're really good swimmers, and they enjoy catching waves on their boogie boards as much as I do. And it's cool to see them in the water with me, and it's cool to see sometimes we'll catch the same wave at the same time, so it'll be like 3 of us riding the same wave and like trying to like maneuver the boogie board closer to each other so we can give each other like a high five while we're like riding the wave on our bellies. Don't get me wrong, we're not surfing, we're not standing up on the board, it's just a boogie board, you know, just like on your belly on the boogie board. Nothing too extreme. It's very, very basic, very simple. And we're not even like swimming out there to the big waves and catching the breaking waves. I'm talking about like maybe once in a while we'll catch a breaking wave if it happens to be breaking where we're standing. But most of the time we're just kind of like having fun, not riding like the big breaking waves. We all have like fins and stuff, but we haven't really explored that too much. Anyway, it's been super fun. So I got to do a lot of that last week, and like it was just refreshing. It was nice not to have to worry about doing the show, but at the same time, I felt like I need to do the show. Like the show makes me feel like it's not necessarily therapy, but it makes me feel like, all right, guys, like, you know, like I understand that 4 people are watching today on YouTube, and sometimes 2 people are watching on TikTok, but that's 6 people, right? That's 6 people that are interested in Bitcoin, and they're interested in the journey, and I think it's a good use of my time. It's a good use of resources, and if it doesn't kick off here in the next even in another year, right? It doesn't really matter, because I'm still keeping myself accountable through the show, hopefully inspiring people to learn a little bit about Bitcoin, and just the revenue that it's generating from saving from my own savings. And yeah, it's my own money. I'm not getting any extra money from anybody else except for the donations. I'm not getting any other extra money. It's just my own salary, right? But still, that money is doing better for me being part of the show than it is But then if I would have just spent it on like whatever, something frivolous, right? Something like a YOLO type of thing, like a vacation or something that I'm gonna eat and poop out or drink and pee out, right? Anyway, I think I'm rambling now. Let's jump into the next segment of the day, which is, of course, the third segment of the day, which is a stack recap, because we don't only talk about stacking Bitcoin and surfing and a bunch of other random stuff. We also actually buy Bitcoin here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. And we do that and we track it every single day. If you're watching on TikTok and you want to see the tracker, go to stackbitcoinshow.com. We're live on YouTube right now and you can see the spreadsheet that I'm about to refer to. Here we go. For this year, for 2025, let me see if I'm caught up on all the purchases. Yes. Yeah. 620 was Friday, and 620 we bought $20 worth when Bitcoin was at $104,000. And today, so far for the show for 2025, we've saved $4,080, and that $4,080 is now worth $4,588. So we've gained about $500. We've gained about 12.47%, even with this recent dip down to $98,000. Right? It's crazy. In 2025, we did the same thing. We bought about $20 on average per day. We saved $7,347.47. Not even a whole Bitcoin, guys. We only got 0.122 Bitcoin. But even saving 0.122 Bitcoin is now worth $12,752. It's grown by 73.6%. That's why I'm saying you don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin. Okay, you don't need to save to buy a Bitcoin. You need to save in Bitcoin, and that's what we've been doing. Okay, May 22nd, 2023. I'm sorry if you heard this so many times already. Satwise, Pipeline, Carlos, Andrew. I know. I keep saying this every single episode, but it's in case someone's new and they want to see what we've been doing. May 22nd, 2023, we started when Bitcoin was at $27,360. We've saved since then $14,889.98. And that savings is now worth $98.51. It's about 0.27 Bitcoin. In addition to that 0.27 Bitcoin, we've done other things like received donations, sold things out of my house, done previous 100-day Bitcoin savings challenge, did the 21 Moto project, some side hustle stuff that I do on the side, like mowing people's lawns. And now our total for the show is 0.377286606, on our way to one whole Bitcoin. Hopefully one day, if the price of Bitcoin doesn't get away from us, the show will be able to say that we documented the journey of going from 0 Satoshis, from 0 Bitcoin to one whole Bitcoin. That would be amazing. That'd be a super cool accomplishment to be able to share that with society, with the world, to say, look, man, this guy was a total jackass. Nobody went to his live stream, and he still came on there every day and bought Bitcoin to show his friends and family and his audience that you don't need a whole lot of money to get out of that rat race. Okay, you should do a reaction to your first video purchase. I know, right? That'd be cool. Carlos, you're right, dude. We need to do something like that. It's been 2 years. More than 2 years. We need to watch. Maybe someday we'll go back and watch episode 1 of this show. We'll go back and watch episode 1 of the show. Yeah, maybe we'll do that on Friday. On Friday, we're gonna go back and watch episode 1. I'm just gonna react to my own live stream, and it's gonna be crazy. I probably have a lot less gray hair for sure. Look at that. Gee, look at my gray hair's coming in hard, dude. If I had a Satoshi for every gray hair I had, I'd have a lot of Satoshis. What up, Aaron? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Aaron in the house. Choo! Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button on the way in and type into the chat stacked. Stacked lets me know that you stacked a like for us. We're trying to get to an all-time high. Okay, so that is a stack recap. Let's see, what else do I have to show you guys? Let's do the stack recap for the 100-day Bitcoin savings challenge so far. We are 28 days in. Today's day 29. I have not bought for today. But with 28 days in, there's 72 days left in the challenge. We've bought so far $1,209 worth of Bitcoin at different prices. And today, we're holding 0.0115515 Bitcoin, and it's worth about $1,203.03. We're down 0.5%. We're down 0.49% for the 100-day Bitcoin savings challenge with 72 days left. It's all right because yesterday, I bought the nice one, guys. Look at that. $99,504 Bitcoin. I went ahead and bought the most expensive line. I saved the most expensive line on the 100-day Bitcoin savings challenge. I bought the $100 line at $99,504, and I got 0.0010019 Bitcoin. I got 100,000 Satoshis for $100. More than 100,000 Satoshis. 100,196 Satoshis for $100. That's going to end up being one of the best buys of the show if the price goes up from here, because we're already up $4.36 on that purchase alone. So it's going to help us get to zero or get to even quicker. Okay. All right. That is a status update of the Stack Bitcoin show's holdings and also the TikTok 100-day Bitcoin savings challenge. All right. If you have any questions, do put it in the comments. I have no problem answering. What's up, Vivian? Thanks for tuning in. Hope all is well. If you have any questions about Bitcoin, saving in Bitcoin, what it is, what it's for, all that good stuff, feel free to ask. This is a beginner-friendly show, so I don't mind taking the time to answer beginner questions. Why am I doing this? Maybe would be a good question I would ask. Why is this guy doing this? What's the point? Well, the point of this for me is to help people understand that there's a better way to save. When you save in Bitcoin, the value of your savings increases over time. The purchasing power of your savings increases over time. And it's like not having to work all those extra hours. Okay. So for example, on our show here, we have a spreadsheet since the beginning of the show, right? The value of our savings, like if I just took my savings and put in $14,889 into a savings account, even earning me 1% if you're lucky, right? It will still be about $14,000, right? Maybe $15,000. Nah, not even that. At 1%, right? And that same value of money that I set aside, instead of putting it in a bank account, I put it into Bitcoin, and now it's worth $28,000, right? So it's doubled pretty much. Okay. So since it's doubled, that means that I didn't have to do the extra work to earn an extra $14,000, right? So that's the power of Bitcoin. If you can weather the storm of it going up and down, right? It's gonna do this. It's gonna scare you. It's gonna scare you. It's gonna scare you, right? But the whole time it's going up. Okay. If you can hold it for 4 years, you're golden. You're golden. Round of applause from a live studio audience for Carl Black in the house. What up, Carl? Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for smacking the like button and typing in stacked after you hit the like button into the chat. That's awesome. Yeah, Vivian, if you have any questions, let me know. Also, if you're too nervous to ask now, leave it in one of my comments and I'll respond to you with a comment. Or if it's a long answer, I'll respond to you with the video. Okay. Again, and if you have time, watch my 3-pin post. It'll describe to you kind of exactly what I'm talking about. And then if you have questions from that, same thing, leave a question. Okay. Alrighty. Let's keep it going. So, let's see. In 2025, the average buy price that we've gotten is $95,591, which is pretty good. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $104,000. So now that we know, there's only one thing left to do, right? That means that we're going to buy $20 worth of Bitcoin right now during the show. And since there's only one thing left to do, let's do it. There's only one thing left to do, guys. It's time to stack some Bitcoin. Oops. I killed the song by accident. All right. And I do have a problem though, since I did jack up my my account with Strike by stacking too close to the sun. I can't use it. I can't use it to stack today. So I'm gonna use one of my other exchanges and stack right now. I buy $20 worth of Bitcoin. We're still gonna put it into the spreadsheet and everything, so stay tuned. I'm gonna buy my $20 worth of Bitcoin right now. It's buying, just thinking about it. finalizing on buy. There it is. Boom. I didn't even do a drum roll this time. All right. We purchased a stack. Let's update the spreadsheet with today's buy. Let's see. What's going on here? Did I pause the music? There it is. All right. I'm switching over to the spreadsheet view so you guys can see what's going on. Then we're going to update the spreadsheet with today's buy. Today is June 23rd, 2025. And the price of Bitcoin we deserve today is $104,102 Bitcoin. We bought $20 worth of Bitcoin. Oops. $20 worth of Bitcoin. Vivian, if you want to see the spreadsheet that I'm showing up here, you can go to stackbitcoinshow.com. It's going to take you to a YouTube channel. It's called Roman Stack Bitcoin Show. I'm Roman. And I'm showing the spreadsheets up here. So that's what I'm referring to when I'm talking. I unfortunately can't stream that on TikTok, but it's there. If you want to watch the replay or if you want to watch there, comment here, whatever you want to do. Okay, so $20 worth of Bitcoin, that got us 0.000192212 Bitcoin. I know it doesn't sound like anything, right? It sounds like that's insignificant. For $20, I got 0.000192212 Bitcoin. Yeah, it sounds like it's not a lot, right? And I mean, it's $20 worth of Bitcoin, right? It might not seem like a lot, but it is a lot. We are looking at this in terms of what that Bitcoin represents, right? That 0.000192212 Bitcoin is a fraction of something that cannot be made more of, right? So like you're holding a piece of something that's like so rare that you can't be debased. Like there will never be more of it. So even that small of a fraction of it is going to be worth a lot more down in the future. Okay, so right now we have it in the spreadsheet, and I'm going to copy it over to the spreadsheet that shows all of the holdings for the whole lifespan of the show. Back here, so see, look at we've bought Bitcoin. We've been buying Bitcoin since May 22nd, 2023. And right now I'm going to tell you how many of our buys are in the positive out of all the buys we've done. Okay. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41. Okay, this looks about right. Okay, so if you're watching, out of 547 Bitcoin buys that we've done here on the show over the past 2 years and a month, what was that, 42 of them are in the red, everything else is in the green. Right, that's crazy. That's crazy. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the screen. Go to stackbitcoinshow.com on YouTube, and you'll be able to see the spreadsheet that I'm showing. Okay. So far, now our total for the show is 0.377471818 Bitcoin. Slowly making our way towards buying one whole Bitcoin. Okay. We're about 2 years and a month into this process. And 2 years and a month and a day, actually. 2 years, 1 month, and 1 day. And our savings have grown 90% by doing nothing other than just buying Bitcoin, taking custody of that Bitcoin and holding it. That's all we've done. And from that, we've gone from $14,909 saved to $28,457 so far. Okay. So it's that simple. It's that simple. If you want to learn how to stack Bitcoin here, like I do here on the show, if you want to learn how to save in Bitcoin, head on over to my profile on TikTok and look at the 3 pinned posts. On the pinned post, you're gonna find one that says how the money works, or how money works. It's gonna explain to you why you should be saving in Bitcoin, what the problem is, right? You can't understand what Bitcoin is until you understand the problem. And I explained the problem in that one of those 3 pinned posts. The second one is going to show you exactly how I buy Bitcoin using Strike. Okay. If you sign up to Strike using my affiliate link that's on that video, we'll both get no fees for the next $500 worth of Bitcoin purchases. So it's convenient for me. It's also convenient for you because for whatever fees you don't have to pay is additional Satoshis that you're earning. It's additional Bitcoin that you're getting, right? And even though the fees are not that high anyway, like it's still better to get more Satoshis. More Satoshis is better than less Satoshis for dollar. And if you don't know what a Satoshi is just a fraction of a Bitcoin. It's just like a penny is to the dollar, a Satoshi is to Bitcoin. Okay, so 100 million Satoshis makes one Bitcoin. 100 pennies makes a dollar. Okay, all right. So there it is. The purchase has been done. The stack has been stacked. Oops, there we go. Where are we? The stack has been stacked. The spreadsheet has been updated. The laughs have been had. Question time. You have any questions for me? If you have any questions for me, please do put it in the comments, either on TikTok or on YouTube. And I'd love to hear your comments. Yeah, your questions. Bought the dip. 98,300. Nice. Yeah. Did anybody else buy the dip? Did anybody else even notice the dip this weekend? What's up, Sen? Good to see you in here. Sen, returning, one of our best viewers on TikTok, returning to check us out. Shout out. Round of applause. A gong and an air horn for Sen in the house. What up, Sen? Hope all is well. Hope you had a great weekend. Had a good time. Had a good day. Had a good week off this week, last week. So it's been really fun. I went out to the beach, got some sun. I've already actually peeled. And I might be working on my second round of peeling. I'm not sure. Anyways, feeling good. No suntan, no sunscreen, no suntan machines from you guys. This is all actual beach. ABW says didn't notice the dip at all. No more dry powder. I know. The dips. It's extra motivation, it's extra motivation to figure out ways to stack more. Okay, so my plan this week, and I'll keep you guys updated on the plan, is to list some of my Canon lenses that I haven't used in a long time. I haven't used them in over a year at least. So that already violated my policy of if you're not using it, if you haven't used it for the past 3 months to 6 months, those are stranded Satoshis you need to liberate. Okay, you need to take those things that you haven't used for the past 3 or 6 months and sell them and turn those things back into economic energy in the form of dollars, pesos, euros, wherever you're from, and then convert that form into Bitcoin. Okay, and when you're ready for those things again, right? Like if I need a new lens, if I decide to get back into photography at that level where I need a lens like that, the value of the Bitcoin that I saved by selling the original lens will probably buy me a much better lens when the time calls for it, when I actually need it. Okay, so, and it frees up the space in the house, right? No free rents. So yeah, that's my plan this week is to list a bunch of stuff, list a lot of photography stuff that I'm not using anymore, and see how that goes. So that is the plan. What about you guys? What's the plan for you guys? Are you doing anything extra beyond? Oh yeah, I also looked into I was looking into what's that called? What's it called? It's like where you drive around and deliver food. I know I keep joking that you need to have 2 jobs and an Uber on the side in order to keep up with inflation, right? But I was looking at like it's not Uber, it's a delivery food. I almost had it. What's it called? The logo is red, and it's not Uber Eats. It's like a Swing, Swing. No, it's not Swipe. DoorDash. I think it's called DoorDash. The requirements for entry are not that bad, and we can deploy the Grom. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking of trying out the DoorDash thing. If I can outfit my Grom with one of those little carriers that has like a warmer in there, not a warmer, but like just like an insulated like cube, right? and try the DoorDash to get extra stacking funds, because the more you stack, the better. And if you think about it, for every new piece of income that you're making, right? If you don't spend it and you put it into Bitcoin right away, then it goes back to our why we stack segment, right? Like for every delivery, it's like going back and getting paid like double for delivering that food. There's a guy in the UK doing Uber Eats for Bitcoin and did 100 euro, what's that, euro or pounds per day, one day, dude. I'm telling you, that's like, it's like even if you say like you did $100 in one day, or maybe 100 euros. If it's euros, it's probably like about closer like to $150, right? Still, that's good money. That's good money. That's good money in any scenario. But if it's money you don't necessarily need, and you're just gonna be sitting at home watching TV anyway, like wasting time, why not? Go do it. Get that extra $100 stack, and then a couple years later, that's $200 stack, right? It's just, it's worth it. I think it's worth it, right? I bought 500 when BTC dipped under 10. There you go. Nice, dude. Pipeline Podcast getting it set up. All right, boys. It's getting close to closing time. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show. Let's get these things popped off. Let's go into our closing jingle. Yes, y'all. Once again, we're back. Back the whole week. Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. Stacking Bitcoin. Kissing hands and slapping babies. I always thought that was hilarious. Anyway, we'll be back here tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show. Stacking Bitcoin, Monday through Friday, $20 a day. Trying our best to escape the fiat trap, to escape the money matrix, to escape the 9 to 5 by saving long term in Bitcoin. Okay? I appreciate you guys for showing up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Bye, guys.